Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Spark. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm making a video about this cool new open source project that I found. A friend told me about it and I actually kind of do really like it. Now, if you guys are familiar with something like Element or Matrix, it's kind of like a more privacy friendly alternative to something like Slack or Discord. However, the problem with Matrix and those kind of different platforms is they're all kind of based around confusing protocols, and while the applications certainly have come a long way, they're certainly not simple to start up and use for most people, and that's where I think Quiet is actually doing a really good job. Now guys, before we start off this video, if you're looking for a VPN to increase your privacy and anonymity online, always make sure to stay up to date with my VPN tier list. As far as I know, I'm the only VPN reviewer out there that's rated pretty much every single VPN provider based on a strict criteria of ratings. You could see all the data you have collected here on pretty much every single VPN, so make sure you choose the right VPN. Additionally, I would recommend checking out some of my other favorite privacy products, which I'll put in the description down below, such as Incogni. Incogni is one of those companies that removes your information from data brokers like white pages. So this makes it so you can't get doxxed from other people who find your real life name and they can't find your real life address anymore. All right, guys, back to the video. Now, Quiet is pretty new, and it's not going to be as feature-rich as something like Element, and certainly not as feature-rich as something like Discord, but I do think it does present a kind of interesting alternatives to some of the other options out there. Now, how does Quiet work exactly? Well, it's kind of using TOR. It syncs messages directly between devices over TOR with no server required. Now, my favorite thing about Quiet is how quickly you can really get it set up, the fact it's free to use, and it's just really simple. This is what it looks like. It's just a simple application. It really takes seconds to start up. You just click on an invite, and then you're pretty much in the server and ready to go. This is my little server, and as you can see here, there really isn't too much to it. I do think Quiet can benefit from several updates, and we've seen that on the GitHub. We don't really have any settings yet really at all. No moderation settings, no appearance and customization settings. But what we do have is a very simplistic, probably the most easy way to set up a secure group chat than any other alternative out there. And I do think that is very interesting. If we take a look at their GitHub, you can see the information here and some of the stuff about it. Message syncing is taken care of by Project Cub OrbitDB, which works like a mashup of Git, a gossip protocol, and BitTorrent. It broadcasts new messages, syncs the last messages, and fetches files. Syncing means that users typically receives all message when sent when they were offline. Invites, access, and usernames are granted by a community owner, whoever creates the community, and the owner sends out an invitation code, which invites users to connect to the owner's device, register username, and get a standard cryptographic certificate so they can prove to other peers a part of the community. So the cool thing about this is it's decently feature rich for what it is. It has all the basics down. You have images, notifications, file sending, desktop apps for Windows, Mac, Linux. This is my favorite thing. We have something like Simple X, but it still does not have a desktop app, and this one does. We even have Android app and iOS application via test flight. There aren't notifications yet, but the good news is it doesn't require any email or phone number, so that's very nice, unlike a lot of the other options like Signal. So really nice. Now the good thing about this is it pretty much seems like they have everything planned that I would want from this. Notifications, the ability to mention people, message deletion, and some of my favorite things for group moderation is moderation. You can appoint moderators in the future, create larger communities, robust search features, DDoS protection, threads, which is really nice. So they really do seem to know exactly what to build and how they're going to build it. And I really do like that about this kind of open source project. Now there are contributions that you can make, and you could find that on their GitHub to make contributions if you want to help support this open source project. You could go to tryquiet.org as well to get information about it and see other things like the roadmap. So I think this is pretty cool, guys. If you're looking for a new chat platform to test out and even use, it's definitely still in the early stages, but I do think it actually has a lot of potential. It's got good applications so far. The basics are nailed down, and it's extremely easy to use for anyone, not just people in the privacy community, which I think isn't really something I've seen before. All right, guys, so make sure to check this one out.